Hey, what's up everyone? Journeyman here and welcome back to the Puritans. Today could be the last episode of the 2018-2019 season. And unfortunately, I've ballsed it up. So, remember for the last episode, we were this close to getting into the playoffs at the end here. As long as we kept winning, and unfortunately we didn't. We lost 2-1 against Cirencester. Absolutely ballsed it up. Went for it at the end to try and get back on level terms. Martin Websdale got himself first goal for the club, and then Nico Cotton got himself a goal 2 minutes later to pretty much destroy dreams here of the Puritan fans. So we need a small miracle now in order to qualify for the playoffs. Chesham's goal difference has given them essentially a 4-point advantage. So we're going to have to win the next 2 games and hope that Chesham lose both or lose at least one of them to stand any chance. Alright, so enough moping, enough groaning, and straight into today's action up against Kings Langley. This is a game we should be winning and winning comfortably. Websdale's going to make a start today. Everything else is going to be pretty much the same as it has been recently. Britt's going to be in goal, Yeoman's left back, Miles at right, Tom aka Spider-Man Holland and Willow through the middle, Finchy, Whitaker, Ulrich in midfield, Knights, Kane, Joachim and Websdale, as I mentioned, are going to lead the line. So we have to win. No two ways about it. If we don't win, then essentially the last game is going to be pointless. So here we go. We've got to have a good start here. We've got to get off to a good start. If we get the first goal with this tactic, I normally see us go ahead and win. But starting strong is going to be the key today. All right, first side of the game. Here's Whitaker to Yeomans. I've told the boys midweek as well how important this game is. There's Websdale now, throwing goal. 1-0, gets in there, Martin Websdale. 2 and 3 for him. I think what happens next season, I'll probably try and bring this gentleman back if I possibly can. But mind you, we're still not out of it yet, so still out of this playoff hunt yet. But I'd like to bring him back next season, regardless of what division we're in. So I think this guy will score a ton of goals in this system. And so far, he's got 2 and 3, so no complaints thus far. Alright, here is a chance now over Kings Langley. Hits on the counter-attack. Here's Mason. Mason switches to Wilson. Wilson finds Hersey. Gets in the box, crosses it in. He's got Wilson in the back post. Good save there. Oh, one save at all. Hit the post and one out. Wouldn't say good save from Will Britt. Going to give him credit. He didn't even deserve it. Alright, here's Ellis Miles to Ulrich. Ulrich shoots. Oh, and what a goal for Ulrich. That is the goal of the season. There is absolutely no doubt about it. That the on-loan midfielder smashes the ball in. What a goal. Keeper, absolutely no chance. Beautiful, beautiful goal for Ulrich, and it's 2-0. Now, interesting developments. St. Neots. Oh, geez, I got one goal back. Crap. All right, so, but anyway, interesting developments. St. Neots are now losing, now at 82 points, and we've got equal goal difference with them. So there is a chance that St. Neots can get pulled into it. Chesham, by the way, are beaten Magnutsfield. So that puts them way ahead of us in goal difference and points and stuff like that. So basically, if results stay the same, we're not going to be able to catch Chesham for the last one. But because St. Neots are losing, we stand half a chance of catching them. As far as goals scored as well, see if I can enlarge that when I get the opportunity, because it's going to be key, isn't it? Can't show you now, but whatever the case is, we got to focus. We got to get a win today. That's the most important thing. All right, so Faulkner hits it long here. We'll play from Tom Holland. There's Joachim. Joachim to Ulrich. Well, Websdale at the edge of the area. There's Finchy to Dowell Knights. Oh, Dowell. I don't know what's happened to him lately. The last couple of games, he's been absolutely bull. Don't know what happened to him. He was on fire for a while. For God's sake. Lucky enough, it was still early on. We've got time to bounce back now. But, yeah. Can't say much more than bullshit. Alright, 63 minutes on the clock here. Gonna have to make some changes. Gonna have to give it a go, haven't I? Ken Joachim, you've been poor today. Gonna move Danny Whitaker to the inside forward role. Gonna be on Kieran Wiltshire. I'm going to move Finchy back, holding midfielder. Going to bring off Knights, who has not been very good. Bring on Delaney. And we're going to go on, of course, attack to try and put ourselves back ahead here. Gave ourselves a 2-0 lead. And Chesham, by the way, are now beating Magnutsfield again. They were drawn at one point, which gave us half a shot at getting back into it with them as well. But we got to win. No two ways about it here. It's got to overload them for the last 10 minutes of the game. Our season now hangs on the next 5 minutes. All right, 91 minutes on the clock here. We're still chasing this game. And here's a chance now. And it's a penalty. It's a penalty. I can't believe it's a freaking penalty. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. If we haven't got the win, we would have knocked out of the playoffs anyway. But steps up, sends Brit the wrong way. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Season is pretty much done. Nothing more to talk about here at all. Disappointing way to end here, losing at home to King's Langley, and then I mean it was in our hands. It was in our hands, and we just caved under pressure. Here's Whitaker, comes to nothing. But yeah, it was in our hands. Playoffs was in our hands. I mean, there's no saying we would have got through the playoffs, but at least we would have had a chance to get promotion. And looks like this season's going to end in utter disappointment. So there it is. Full-time whistle has gone. Obviously, we do have still one game left, but I'm not going to do it in this episode. A little point to show you that game. We're going to talk about a little bit now about preseason, what's going to happen, things like that. I've got tons of players, by the way. The contracts are expiring. Majority of the first team squad, essentially, might be leaving us. I don't have any money, basically. The club is just running out of money. I managed to re-sign Finch for another year or two, but I had to give him a big deal because I thought he was going to play a big part in the future for us. He still is. He's a fantastic player for this level. Team leader as well. We needed to keep him on, so we had to overpay to keep him. Just got to try and get players back in for next season. If we get the same core squad in, I think next year we'll be able to take that next step and then actually get into the playoffs, if not win the league outright. But disappointing way to end the season here. Obviously, I'd like to see the growth and development of Marcus Johnson if possible. He's on the verge of being a special player for us. He might get a little bit more luck next year. I might try and move on for Jonathan Wafulu. I'd like to bring back Martin Webster if I can, if possible, because again, I think this guy would score a lot of goals. But anyway, just a very disappointing end to the season, really. Go to the homepage. As you can see, the overall balance and salary, we're basically just severed. We're just losing money, unfortunately, left, right, and centre. If you look at the income, gate receipts, we get about 6,000 a month, maybe, on gate receipts. So we're not getting a lot of money there. Match day income only 5,000. If you look at the expenditure part of it, wages alone, staff wages alone are 12,000. Player wages 7,000. We're just losing money left, right, and centre. So we have to try and fix this somehow, some way. Don't know how I'm going to do it, but whatever the case is, we got to try and do something. Because as you can see, we're just getting worse and worse and worse. Overall balance is now £120,000 in the red. But yeah, it sounds all doom and gloom. But we'll go through preseason, we'll go through the summer break, and hopefully things look a little bit rosier on the other side. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the season. If you did, remember to hit like on the video. And if you want to see more videos by me in the future, please hit subscribe to notifications on. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series and this save. A lot of disappointment so far. 2 seasons in and we're still in the same league. Not exactly what I want it to be, but this is the situation. And you know what? A football manager, as we know, doesn't always go the way we want. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.